Okay, we're at 1792 right now, and I have Josh and Danny, and we're going to talk about the drinks that you're offering here. And it looks like you have some chocolates too. So let's talk about everything that's available here. But we have our master distiller. Tell us the cocktail that you're offering.
Cocktail is an orange slush. It's a traditional orange slush. It's got a little bit of orange juice, a little bit of lemonade, and a lot of good bourbon.
Okay, that sounds very good. It sounds like it'd be nice something too for like a warm evening like it's been today.
I think for a day like today, with the weather being hot, it's going to be refreshing. I think citrus in general mix really well with bourbon, so it's going to taste good and it's going to be refreshing.
Now also, what are the other products that you have available here tonight?
Okay, special to note, we have our single barrel, our 1792 single barrel, and we have our 1792 small batch. Both beautifully aged bourbons. And as you can see, we've won some awards, and we're very proud of our 1792 bourbons.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now tell us, when people are here tasting, what should they expect to experience with each of these individual ones? What can they expect from the tasting?
The bourbons are incredible to start with. Now, I realize that's a very subjective comment, but there's some beautiful caramel. They're very smooth. They've got hints of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, and they are very well blended, very well balanced. The small batch I guess the best thing to do is to recommend you try them, but they're really quite wonderful.
And that's why we're here, to taste, right?
Absolutely.
Now over here we have Josh. I've been asking some different people. I'm not going to put our master distiller here on the spot, so I'm going to ask you. Now, if you were at home and you just had to have we're just looking for a drink that night, what's your go-to out of all of your offerings here for 1792?
Well, one that we're not pouring tonight is our 1792 Full Proof. It's 125 proof, non-chill filtered bourbon. It's probably the purest form of 1792 that you can get on the market right now. It was voted world's best bourbon by Whiskey Magazine this year. So luckily, working for the industry and 1792, I have a little bit more access to it. So that's my go-to pour.
Fantastic. Now you are in charge of the visitors when they come, right?
Correct. Yes.
So tell us about the visitors' experience there at 1792.
Absolutely. So 1792 offers complimentary tours 6 days a week. So we're open Monday through Saturday. We welcome visitors in. They get the full experience of a fully working distillery, very industrial plant. So you'll see bourbon being made, and of course you get a free tasting at the end.
And you get some of these chocolates?
Absolutely. You get a chocolate bourbon ball at the end of the tour as well. These are made by Muse Candy in downtown Louisville. They've been there almost 100 years. It is dark chocolate wrapped in around a center of powdered sugar, 100 proof very old Barton, which is one of our namesakes, and then a little bit of pecan in there as well.
Fantastic. Now we're here for the gala. What's your favorite part of the gala?
Well, to be honest, this is my first gala. I am quite new in role, but I can tell you without having attended before, my favorite part of the gala is the bourbon, is tasting the bourbon, talking to other industry people about the bourbon, and other consumers about the bourbon. That, by far, is going to be my favorite part of the gala.
Fantastic. Well, I better let you go so you can experience your first gala.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'm here with Sarah Nunam, who is with Buffalo Trace Distillery. And tonight, what are you offering for our tasting?
We're offering the Burley Temple. So we've actually partnered with L8 to make this great cocktail, and it is L8 Buffalo Trace topped with a cherry, and it's our Burley Temple.
And the temple comes in from the cherry, right?
Exactly, that's exactly.
So there's alcohol in there, I hope.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Lots of Buffalo Trace in there.
Absolutely. Now, did you come up with this cocktail?
Well, we partnered with L8 to actually make this cocktail, and we've actually served it at a couple of our events, so we're happy to serve it again tonight.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a cocktail that you can sample, but also, of course, you have all the other products that are available, right?
Absolutely. We have Buffalo Trace and Eagle Rare at the other end of our booth tonight, so we're hoping everybody will stop by.
Now, I've been asking everybody as I go through, if you were home and what would be your go-to when you get home and you're just looking for a good drink? What's your go-to of all your products?
Buffalo Trace. Absolutely, without question.
On the rocks?
Absolutely. Maybe a little splash of ginger or a little splash of L8, kind of like we're doing it tonight.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for stopping.
Hi, I'm here with Aaron Lawrence with Blanton Brands. And what are you offering here tonight?
So tonight we have an Up 10 Manhattan. We're using 1 part Blanton's, equal parts Amaro, and Antica sweet vermouth. And so it's got a little bit of bitterness. We've got house-made orange bitters and then Angostura bitters as well. And then we've barrel aged that for a little bit more complexity.
Wow, so that's a fancy cocktail.
Indeed. Well, Blanton's is a fancy bourbon,
Exactly.
only the best.
Absolutely. Now, also, sometimes you want to just have a special drink, right? What would you say is your favorite of your Blanton brand products?
So the original 93 proof is good on the rocks. It's good neat, good for a special occasion, and good for just every day.
And that's your go-to.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, what other products also are available here tonight for the tasting?
So for the tasting, we have the barrel-aged cocktail, and then we just have the Blanton's 93 proof.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And you have a line, so I know it's going to be popular.
Absolutely, it always is.
Now, have you been to the Gala before?
Yes, certainly.
What's your favorite part of the Gala?
So the favorite part is that the Gala seems to be a big group hug for the industry. Everybody comes together, and it's a night of celebrating bourbon. Everybody works hard throughout the year, and this is one night that we can all kind of come together, enjoy our spirit, America's native spirit together, and celebrate how great bourbon is.
Well, Graham, I'm going to let you get to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This year, the Kentucky Bourbon Festival partnered with Eventualities to decorate for the Kentucky Bourbon Festival Gala, and I had the opportunity to speak to one of the owners of Eventualities about their theme for this year. I have Virginia Hart here with me, who is with Eventualities, who has designed this year's Great Bourbon Gala. And tell us, what's the theme and what's your idea here?
So the science of bourbon is the theme this year, and we thought about how to decorate that, and we thought, why not steampunk, industrial, cogs, everything industrial and metal. So that's how we went about this, and then we added to it.
I know, and I see a lot of people in costume. So tell me about your costume too.
So we wanted to go, again, the whole steampunk feel, industrial. People don't understand what steampunk is sometimes. American Revolution, this is what they thought the future would look like.
And the future is now.
The future is now.
Now you have a great display behind us too for the people getting their pictures taken. You put that together as well, right?
Correct. This is our step and repeat. It also displays some of the bourbon we have here tonight.
And the displays are fantastic too that are set up by each of the distilleries, right?
Correct.
Now tell us a little bit about Eventualities. How did you get involved with the Bourbon Festival this year?
Well, Eventualities is a family-owned business. My mother is the president, I'm vice president, and my daughter works. So it's 3 generations of women.
Fantastic.
God help us. I have worked with Jim Beam and Heaven Hill, and it just kind of evolved, and somebody said, hey, you want to help us out this year? And we said, sure.
Fantastic. Well, it looks great. You did a great job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you for making a great Bourbon Gala for us.
Thank you so much. Look forward to tonight.
Absolutely. I'm here with Bernie Lubbers with Heaven Hill, who's a whiskey ambassador. And what are you offering at the Heaven Hill booth today?
We always have something frozen. So this year is the Evan Williams Peach Slushy. Okay. So it's going over very well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed it?
Oh yeah, it's 90 degrees outside. So yeah, it's really good.
It's refreshing.
And I don't even like peach that much, and I like this. This is really good. And I'm having the new Parkers.
Okay. So tell us what else is available for the tasting. What other products?
Yeah, we have our Larceny, which is a wheated bourbon. It's the small batch version of Old Fitzgerald. And then we have our Evan Williams single barrel. We have our Elijah Craig small batch, and we have the new Parkers, which is coming out this month. It's Parker's birthday this Monday, so we miss you, Parker. On September 17th, he'd have been 77. And so the new Parkers is a 7-year-old traditional bourbon, and then finished off for 4 months in an orange Curacao barrel. Wow. So that is kind of, with the resurgence of the old-fashioned cocktail, this is an homage of like the perfect old-fashioned in a glass. So
fantastic.
It's really good.
And is this a new offering?
Yes, it's the 13th offering of Parkers. Fantastic. So it's great. Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, tell me about your attire today as well.
Well, I always step it up a little bit. It's Bourbon Festival, so I a lot of times I'll wear a smoking jacket and just kind of step it up a little bit. So this year I have an ascot and a smoking jacket, so it's kind of fun.
Fancy.
You try, try.
Exactly. Now, I've been asking everybody, if you were home and you just wanted one of your products to sip on, what's your go-to?
I like Henry McKenna, the single barrel. It's 10-year-old. It's bottle and bond. Okay. And it's always been my favorite. Even when I started working at Heaven Hill, I was like, man, I love that. And then recently, this past spring, it was voted #1 bourbon of the world at San Francisco Spirits Competition.
Oh, wow.
And Elijah Craig got voted #2, so that's pretty cool. So, but Henry McKenna is my go-to.
On the rocks or straight, or what do you do?
It just depends on my mood, you know. But with that one, it makes a real good Manhattan too. But I like it just with 1 cube of ice.
Okay. What's your favorite part of the gala?
Oh, just seeing everybody. I mean, we get people from all over the world here, you know. So people from Australia, people from Great Britain. So it's wonderful seeing people, and they come back. I mean, it's a lot for them to come, you know. Just time. Absolutely. So they get such a big kick out of coming here, and that just blows you away to think that here we can just drive down the street and be here.
Right.
But they make a big effort. So that's my favorite part, is seeing all the international people.
And as a whiskey ambassador, I guess you get to do that all year long, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. So, I travel, and I'm going to Europe in a couple weeks. I'm going to Prague and to Croatia and then to Italy. So, this is becoming quite an international deal. So,
absolutely. Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Have fun.
Cheers.